including the public, kung ano yung mga initiatives ng DBM to make it more transparent and, accessible to the public.
Ito pong program convergence budgeting po, it actually started in 2013 po. Pero what happens is that before, parang tinatag lang po ng agency. Parang there are sectors, for example, tourism. What happens is that they just tag yung mga agencies, yung mga programs and projects nila na pinopropose if may implication siya to that sector. So what we did naman po, kami naman po ni RC, and of course with the guidance of our President po, si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, sabi niya, baka you have to dig deeper in sa process ng convergence budgeting kasi with just tagging lang, hindi po natin makikita yung mga duplications ng mga programa ng gobyerno. So, nagsimula po to ng 2023, yung revised program convergence budgeting for the livelihood projects because we saw during the budget preparation na para more than 10 departments ang nagbibigay ng livelihood projects po sa ating mga kababayan. And we are not sure kung baka yung isang beneficiary nakaka-receive siya ng 10 pare-pareho. So, hindi po, I think, walang value added yung binibigay natin. So, yun po yung naging sagot po namin. That's why we release a DBM, the Joint Memorandum Circular po, which strengthens the convergence budgeting. It is chaired by DepDev and co-chaired by DBM. It serves as an oversight body that will ensure the harmonized, coordinated, complementary, and synergized implementation of projects across all departments po. So, ang pinaka-unang inupuan po namin is yung sa flood and water resource po. We met 3 weeks ago together with DPWH, MMDA, DENR, NIA, sino pa? DOE, kasi we want to have, at least for the 2027 expenditure program, a more, honest to goodness, and big impact flood control and water resource project. Because dun sa projects and programs, kasi dun po sa meeting namin, parang lumabas po na itong mga projects na maliliit po, walang masyadong effect po to control our flood situation po.
Okay. Is there any current technology available para yung transparent yet secure na sa inyong system that would enable us here in the Congress, both houses, to track the movement of the budget from what is provided under the NEP and going forward, matrack natin kung sino yung mga nag-propose ng mga amendments paglabas ng GAA. Meron ba kayong technology available?
We can show po kaya po namin yan, makikita yung changes from NEP to GAA. But sir, the proponents po, hindi po namin makikita unless we are provided with the minutes of the congressional hearing po.
Meron kami system.
Pwede po. If you can share with the DBM, maybe we can do a memorandum of agreement na yung system natin pwedeng mag-usap po para makita, mas mabilis po.
Kasi I heard you have this Project TINA, no?
Yes po. Sa budget information po siya.
Technical Innovation for National Expenditure Program application. And how nice of you, to honor Secretary Tina Kanda with this acronym, Project TINA. How nice of the DBM people to honor her in this manner, at least. Pero yung kino-cover niya, NEP lang eh.
NEP lang po, yes sir.
So pwede ba i-expand natin hanggang all the way?
We will do it po. We started po yung the budget treasury management system. Ito po mas even further, pati po yung procurement po. Kasama na siya doon sa sistema. And,
opo,
and a real-time update of all the releases po ng mga ahensya. Kasi what happens now, Mr. Chair, the Senator, is that inihintay po namin yung reports ng mga ahensya quarterly. Minsan, may mga late po mag-submit.
Super late.
Mr. Chair,
Yes po, may pangalan.
Senator Ping. Mr. Chair, if I may.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Posible bang hindi lang hanggang procurement, pero yung buong budget execution?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's the idea of the IFMIS and Budget Treasury Management System po. Hanggang lumabas po yung pera, disbursement, at yung completion ng projects po.
Very good to hear po. Salamat, Mr. Chair, Senator Ping.
Yes, yung GPPB, di ba meron na silang procurement dashboard?
Meron po.
Ano yung latest year na kinocover nila? Kasi masyadong late yan eh. At sana kung infrastructure, baka pwedeng medyo yutag para for the public to see and monitor anong progress ng mga tangible, yung mga infrastructure projects sa kanilang mga lugar.
Yes.
Because this is open to the public, although yung pag-update, of course, should only be accessible to the agencies concerned. Kasi hindi mo pwede mag-access yung public pati yung sa update, pag-update, di ba? But at least the public should know in the respective areas, just like the Sumbong sa Pangulo website or the DPWH website. Sorry.
Sir, I'll ask PSDBM for
Yeah.
the listahan. But for the infrastructure projects, kung pwede lang po kami
Parang hindi-
mag-share po, kasi meron po kaming bagong nilaunch na project, yung Project 9 po.
Yeah.
The use of
Project 9, yeah.
satellite and drones po for infrastructure projects. Yun po, you will see lahat po ng projects under the General Appropriations Act
Makikita.
na infra. Sa DPWH po muna tayo mag-start. And then I think DOTR will also
Yeah.
put their data there. And then po, yung mga agencies will update us kung ano yung completion and progress. And then, ang bago pong feature is that the people po, the public, the citizen, can log in to that website, and then pwede din po silang mag-update ng photos. Kung, for example, mali po yung in-update photo na nilagay ng DPWH, pwede po silang maglagay ng ano nila doon, ng kanilang mga inputs doon sa project na yun.
We recognize yung PSDBM. Incidentally, hindi masyadong present sa tenga namin yung PSDBM. You know what I mean, no?
Yes po, wala na po sila lahat.
Wala na. Okay.
Wala na, natanggal na po lahat yan.
Yeah. Incidentally, kindly remind DPWH, pagka budget season, pag budget deliberation, lalo na pag malapit na yung budget ng deliberation, laging down yung website. Ayaw po magpa-access para sinasadya. And it's a pattern, ha? In my previous years in the Senate, basta malapit na yung nakasalang yung deliberation ng budget ng DPWH, nagre-reklamo yung mga staff ko, sir, down na naman yung website. Sinasadya. Paki-remind lang.
Yes
anyway,
po,
Secretary Vince is there, ano?
message ko na po din si Vince. Ito po, katext ko po siya eh.
Hindi, kilala ko naman siya na he will reform the department, ano? And we trust his capability, yung kanyang competence, pati yung kanyang integrity along the line. So sige, PSDBM, can you brief us?
Yes, ako po si Jen Maris Entradi Chukaong. I am the current Executive Director of Procurement Service DBM, which also handles and manages the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System, yung system po. So right now, sir, yun pong MPhilJEPS, Modernized PhilJEPS 2.0, meron na po kasing e-bidding facility yun, sir. The intention is for all agencies to use that. It has an option for manual submission of bids and for online submission of bids.
Bawal na yung mga para talagang transparent kasi daw nagkakaloko-loko sa manual. Merong human intervention and this goes through pati sa Bureau of Customs. You know, I think in 2020 I asked the Bureau of Customs because meron tayong CMTA, okay, computerized pero hindi automated. And I asked them, this was during the time of Commissioner Guerrero, no? How much would you need to fully automate? Kasi nakikita natin, alam ni Secretary Recto ito, yun lang export record ng China to the Philippines, ang laki ng discrepancy doon sa import records ng Philippines from China. Halos doble. So doon pa lang, sabat pa lang, talo na tayo because of that. Ano? Why? Because of technical smuggling. Because we're not automated. While China is automated, fully automated, tayo hindi. So baka pwedeng alisin niyo yung manual yung sa PhilJeps na sinasabi ninyo, diretso lang puro electronic because I'm a strong advocate of digitalization. Na pagdating sa procurement, even in the budgeting process, para mawala talaga. Kasi in this day, modern day and age of information and communication technology, huwag na tayo mag-manual.
Yes, Mr. Chair and Senator.
Pwede bang eliminate yung manual part?
Actually, sir, under RA 1209, yung new Government Procurement Act, mandatory po tayo na gamitin yung features ng modernized PhilJeps. But the agencies has 3-year transition to do that. But what we're doing po in PhilJeps is for the agencies not to use na po yung luma, the 1.5, which is what they've been using to post the notices. Kasi yung nandun po sa 1.5, yung electronic bulletin board, yun po yung ginagamit nila. Hindi pa po sila gumagamit. Hindi pa po sila nagta-transition dun sa features po ng MPhilJeps. So what we're doing right now is we're already announcing na i-shutdown na po namin yung 1.5 for them to be able to migrate already to 2.0 and for everybody to use already the e-bidding facility which can be used from pre-procurement planning stage up to contract implementation. Ito po yung e-bidding, ito po yung i-connect doon po sa BTMS na dinidevelop po ng DBM na part po siya ng buong IFMIS namin. Kaya po kasama yung from budget execution up to payment and disbursement and contract implementation.
Hindi ba pwedeng i-shorten natin yung 3-year transition sa 1 year or 1.5? Kasi by the time, wala na si Secretary Mina doon. Baka kasama natin sa Senate yan.
Ay, nako. Hindi po. Sir, ano po, yun yung maximum number of years but we will shorten it, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. I-shorten po namin. Kaya nga po yung 3 years po kasi started this year. Supposed to be 3 years pa po. Pero this year pa lang po, nag-a-announce na po kami na we will be shutting down the 1.5 para po gradual po, lumilipat na po sila doon po sa 2.0.
Sige. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am. Balik tayo sa stress, Yung Kika ba yung Sika or Kaika? CICA?
Sika po.
Congress introduced changes and adjustments, I'm just worried, kasi ang laki ng ating hindi nagagamit na budget under the 2025. Yung new budgetary items, ito yung new programs, ito yung na hindi na evaluate ng DBM. 662.4 billion. Tapos yung increases sa mga PAPs, 121 billion. So, ang total na SICA, 783.4. Plus yung direct veto na ginawa ng Presidente sa DPWH budget, 26.1. Ang total ng pati yung, kung sasama mo pa yung for issuance of SARO, yung PISARO, 757.3. So, ang total niya, 783. So, malamang sa hindi, unused appropriations ito. Hindi po ba? Magiging unused.
Apo. Yes po, kung hindi na po to i-request ng mga agencies. And then a big portion na rin din po naman of this amount are infrastructure projects po na may 2 years validity po. So, but depende po sa ahensya if they will still request yung mga bagong programa na nasama po sa General Appropriations Act, Mr. Chair. But yes po, I agree po. Pag hindi po nila ni-request,
sayang.
Mawawala na din po.
Yung program ng national government.
Yes po.
Tatamaan.
Opo. Pero masaya po si Secretary doon dahil bababa po ang deficit namin.
Yun sa total yun. Pero yung sa flood control lang, ang total niya nasa mga 165 billion. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Kasi kung mga flood control na nasa nasa Bulacan First Engineering District, mas maganda na nga, wag nyo release to.
Po, more or less po, because ang total po ng lahat ng flood control projects under the Department of Public Works is 346 billion pesos under the General Appropriations Act 2025, Mr. Chair.
Yung unprogrammed appropriations, ano bang policy natin dito? na-explain na ni Secretary Recto, no? I-compensate pag nag-release ang program, babawasin naman sa regular budget. Pero sa akin, di ba parang